Tonight, Fast and Furious. A fed-up Melbourne family takes the law into their own hands to chase down their stolen car. A bombshell twist as an AFL umpire turned fugitive ends up in hospital. Teens with machetes force a second Melbourne shopping centre into lockdown. Chaos on the streets of Los Angeles as Donald Trump's war with Elon Musk deepens. What's next for Ange Postecoglou, sacked from Tottenham 2 weeks after European glory? Victoria's ski season starts with a bang and the best is yet to come. And the Tigers in the wars after a dirty day at the MCG.
Live from Melbourne, this is 7 News.
Good evening. A Melbourne family has taken the law into their own hands to chase down their stolen car. It was pinched from a hospital car park as they were saying goodbye to their dying grandmother, triggering a wild pursuit across the northern suburbs.
A stolen car on the run from its owners.
Oh my God!
A Mernda family chasing their Holden V8 Commodore through Melbourne's north and east, desperate for police help.
Emergency services, what address do you need the police?
Hey mate, I'm on a pursuit of a stolen car.
I'm thinking he's going to clip a tree or clip a car and then there would have been mayhem.
He just drove like a maniac and put everyone at risk.
The family had parked it near Sunshine Hospital to farewell their matriarch who died there yesterday morning. When they returned to find the car stolen, they tracked it and started a pursuit of their own.
Driving very erratically. It's a V8 mate, he's loving life.
We had no support from the police, so we had to get our car back. It was getting thrashed, he was going over the footpaths, over roundabouts.
It was a 2 or 3 hour chase. There's another car following, which means there's 2 in total.
That car was helping the thief, its number plates stolen.
So while we were chasing our car, the Subaru got in front of us, blocked us off.
They kept losing sight of their Commodore, but finally found it empty, dumped in a court. They retrieved it, fearing the thief might still be nearby.
Far out. Here we go.
He wants a V8, he wants an expensive car, get a job and get it yourself.
The 2016 Commodore doesn't have a tracker, but thankfully the family had left something tiny in the centre console that delivers regular location updates.
All of a sudden a light bulb clicked and I realised that my AirPods were still in the car.
That technology saving their Holden, but the family feels let down by police.
I do, because we risked our lives. We had the chase. My children were in the car. We were panicking. Yes, you might say, why did you go? But we've got a car that means a lot to us.
Last time I checked, I didn't have a badge number, so I don't know why I had to act like a police yesterday.
Paul Dowsley, 7 News.
There's been a major twist in the case of former AFL umpire turned fugitive Troy Pennell. Christy Cooper, he's now at the Alfred Hospital.
Blake, he was airlifted here yesterday afternoon after crashing his car into a tree while trying to flee from police. A warrant was out for the 48-year-old's arrest after he failed to show up to court. Police found him in Wheatsheaf just before midday and tried to stop him, but the veteran umpire refused to stop. He took off on the Dalesford-Malmesbury Road. Police say it was not a pursuit, but his van crashed into a tree on the same road a short time later. All this came within hours of him failing to appear in the Supreme Court over allegations he stole nearly $9 million from his employer Sea Road Shipping. Troy Pennell had emergency surgery at the Alfred Hospital last night and he is now in a stable condition. Victoria Police say he is not under police guard, but we do know conditions of the court orders was that he must stay in custody until his next court date. Blake.
Christy Cooper outside the Alfred, thank you. Families have scrambled to safety after another machete rampage in a Melbourne shopping centre. The Caroline Springs building went into immediate lockdown as teen gangs fought in front of shoppers.
Machetes pulled, battle lines drawn, the battleground, a Caroline Springs shopping centre. Police say those facing off are only boys. Shopkeepers closed their doors and rushed to safety. CS Square quickly put into lockdown just before 7 last night.
Lockdown procedure, please shut down the show doors.
I instantly panicked and I ran out the back I was so scared, I quickly shut down the cafe.
When we saw the knife, so we were scared and we was running far away.
It isn't clear if any blows landed. Police haven't received reports of any injuries. An echo of last month's machete rampage at Northland. Lockdown plans are now a necessary part of business at major shopping centres. Stores here in Caroline Springs say just a few days ago they received new instructions for what to do when violence breaks out. Victoria's youth crime levels are driving families out. This brutal bashing at a Pakenham party last weekend was the last straw for the family of the 18-year-old victim. His shoes stolen as blows rained down.
We're leaving Melbourne. I think, for me, youth crime has escalated beyond what it should be.
A GoFundMe is raising money for relocation and treatment. Jack has a fractured eye socket. His family is worried his injuries will affect his plans to become an electrician.
It was really hard seeing him. They don't have any care for, other human life. That's, for me, it's a really low act.
Rory Campbell, 7 News.
The state government has been warned Victoria Police may not be fully staffed again for up to 5 years. The prediction comes from Acting Chief Commissioner Bob Hill, who's told Parliament around 300 members will leave the force by the end of this year. There are currently 1,100 vacancies and academy entrance requirements were recently relaxed to boost officer numbers. An accused killer driver has been set free 3 days after a high-speed crash in Melbourne's west. He lost control of the Ford Mustang, killing his passenger girlfriend. Now her family is demanding justice.
Bruised and battered.
Mr. Singh, are you remorseful for what you've done?
Vikramjit Singh is accused of killing his girlfriend, Arshdeep Kaur, in a high-speed crash. The 24-year-old passenger died on impact after their 2020 Ford Mustang lost control and slammed into the back of a parked semi-trailer in Truganina on Wednesday.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
Today, her family telling 7 News they want justice. The court heard Singh worked as a truck driver for 3 years. He called 000 after the horror crash. His friends scrambling outside court earlier when the magistrate demanded a $25,000 surety in order for the accused hit-run driver to be granted bail.
Mr Singh's asked me to express his condolences to the family of the young woman who passed away.
The court heard the 23-year-old is here on a bridging visa. He's had no criminal convictions nor record of bad driving in his 6 years in Australia.
Singh must report to police twice a week. He's not to leave Victoria or drive any sort of motor vehicle. He'll face court again in November.
Just make sure you drive safely.
A GoFundMe page has been set up to help the victim's family. Sarah Jones, 7 News.
Tensions are at flashpoint in the US tonight, where hundreds of protesters have stormed the streets of Los Angeles, fighting back against Donald Trump's controversial immigration policy. The mood isn't much better in Washington as the president's relationship with Elon Musk worsens by the day.
Once a symbol of their close friendship,
everything's computer.
The red Tesla Donald Trump bought to support Elon Musk now sits idle in the White House car park. And like his billionaire ex-buddy, the president's keen to get rid of it.
Honestly, I've been so busy working on China, working on Russia, working on Iran, working on so many that I'm not thinking about Elon. I just wish him well.
Playing down their very public break-up, sparked by Musk's criticism of Trump's signature big, beautiful bill.
It's two divas fighting with each other at a time when the United States and the world needs strong, smart leadership.
The president says Musk wants to talk to him, but
I'm not really interested in that.
After his extraordinary social media attack, culminating in Musk saying the president is named in the infamous Epstein files, documents related to the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Donald Trump pushing back today, reposting a statement from Epstein's lawyer. I can say authoritatively, unequivocally and definitely that he had no information to hurt President Trump. I specifically asked him. Musk now threatening to start his own political party, one that actually represents the 80% in the middle. The president's response, that would be tough to do. The broken bromance is front page news here in the United States, but no one's really all that surprised. Americans say they saw this coming a mile off.
I think it was doomed from the beginning. Two rich men with two big egos. They can't coexist for long.
It was bound to fall apart at one point.
Republicans are putting on a brave face.
Yeah, I believe in redemption, and I think it'll all work out.
US correspondent Rob Scott is in LA, where hundreds rallied against Trump. Rob, these protests threatened to get out of hand.
Blake, it was tense. Hundreds of demonstrators staring down police in riot gear, as well as FBI agents and immigration officials surrounding their vehicles, preventing them from making their way into downtown Los Angeles. It took a series of smoke bombs, flashbang grenades and tear gas to clear the way in scenes the local mayor here said were designed to sow terror. Now, these protesters were desperately trying to stop these agents from carrying out surprise immigration raids right across the city. Ultimately, though, they were unsuccessful, with more than 40 people arrested. And Blake, there are few places in the United States where Donald Trump and his policies are less popular than right here in Los Angeles. Those scenes today proving that America is now more divided than ever.
Rob Scott live in Los Angeles. Thank you. A fresh political fight is brewing over the red tape Victorians face when trying to build a new home. The Federal Housing Minister says years of serious reform are needed because extra costs are ruining the great Australian dream.
Home building sites in Sydney's inner west this afternoon display homes in Melbourne's far north. Tens of thousands of Australians pursue the new home dream every year, though the Housing Minister now concedes the dream is far tougher, thanks to a river of red tape that's risen over decades.
After 40 years, builders face this thicket of regulations, so many rules which are stopping them building the housing that we need in the volumes that we need.
So this is too silly for words, frankly.
Yes, there's red tape, says the opposition. Labor put it there.
The government has had 3 long years where they have collapsed housing construction.
But the Master Builders Association says the previous coalition government did more harm adding regulations, and Australians who build are now paying for it.
An increase of costs of building a home of 40% over the last 5 years.
Here, the government already has a goal to drive construction of 1.2 million new homes before the end of the decade. The Master Builders Association says every state and territory is running behind on that target, but it's still achievable if they can shrink the home builders' red tape.
What's going to be required is 3 years of serious reform with the states and territories in local government. We're up for that, and we know they are too.
Tim Lester, 7 News.
Police are hunting a lone arsonist after a Pascoe Vale medical and skin clinic went up in flames. Investigators believe the firebug set himself alight, leaving a trail of clues as he fled.
A fire raging out of control.
Oh my gosh.
As this Pascoe Vale Medical Centre and Skin Clinic burned. It was deliberately lit by a lone arsonist just before 9:30 last night.
As I was going down the road, that's when I heard the boom. I didn't know what it was until I went into the pizza shop.
Customers raised the alarm as a transformer on a power pole blew up.
It just exploded. There were sparks and then everything just blacked out.
Residents next door also evacuated as the blaze began to spread. The firebug left behind crucial evidence: a shoe, a lighter and parts of a jerry can. The owners and their patients devastated.
I was shattered as soon as I turned the corner, man. Like, you know, he's my doctor, as you know, he's the most humble, most beautiful person.
A couple of weeks ago here, this is heartbreaking.
CCTV viewed by 7 News shows a man parking an SUV on Gaffney Street, igniting the front of the building and losing a shoe in the process. He then stops traffic as he crosses the road, throwing his other shoe over this temporary fence before getting back into the vehicle and fleeing. Police believe the suspect, who was wearing shorts, would have suffered burns during the firebombing.
I hope the people responsible for this get what they deserve, man. It's not nice, man.
Geordie Wright, 7 News.
Ange Postecoglou has been sacked by Premier League club Tottenham 2 weeks after the club won its first major trophy in 17 years. The Aussie has been dumped halfway through his 4-year contract, sparking anger from fans and football legends.
He ended Tottenham's 17-year trophy drought
a Europa League victory many fans thought could spare Ange Postecoglou.
I don't care about the season we've had right now.
And it was clear the 59-year-old Australian wanted more.
And I'll tell you something, I'll leave you with this. All the best television series, Season 3 is better than Season 2.
But the damage was done. 2 hours of silverware-style soccer not enough to undo 2 seasons of mediocrity in the Premier League. Tottenham slumping to 17th place after a dismal 22 defeats. His sacking unanimous by the Spurs board. Ange releasing a statement saying the opportunity to lead one of England's historic football clubs and bring back the glory it deserves will live with me for a lifetime. When I reflect on my time as manager of Tottenham Hotspur, my overriding emotion is one of pride. The club says it was one of the toughest decisions they've ever had to make, and whilst he's responsible for one of the club's greatest moments, we cannot base our decisions on emotions aligned to this triumph. Players are reportedly furious. A ruthless sacking 16 days after a historic win. Some are threatening a revolt. The parting words from the first Australian to coach in the Premier League were about the foundations he has laid, saying this club should not have to wait another 17 years for its next success. A tenure punctuated by outbursts at those who were critical.
Competing right at the top.
Am I going to answer the question or are you going to keep asking it? No, absolutely. And I think I'll correct myself. I don't usually win things. I always win things in my second year.
And I told you so for the ages. In London, Jacqueline Robson, 7 News.
Pop superstar Katy Perry is about to take the stage for her first of 4 mega Melbourne shows. Paul Dowsley's at Rod Laver Arena with the build-up. Paul, her army of fans is out in force tonight.
Blake, they are called Katy cats, and unlike real cats, these ones don't mind a bit of the rain, and they are pumped because tonight is the first of Katy's performances here as part of her Lifetimes tour. It's her first tour here in almost 7 years. Of course, she did perform to a much bigger crowd at last September's AFL Grand Final at the G, but the difference is that tonight this crowd is all about Katy. And gee, she does get around. It was just 2 months ago that the 40-year-old was briefly in space. But tonight, it's the first of 4 shows here in Melbourne. Then she has a 3-day break. Then her next performance here at Rod Laver Arena on Thursday night. So maybe she'll do some sightseeing on those days off, and her fans will no doubt be keeping an eye out for her.
She's a fierce one, and we like her song Raw. It empowers us when we listen to it in the morning.
She believes in herself that she can do anything in the world.
I just love her energy and that she's always happy, excited and has positive messages, especially for girls.
And good tunes.
Absolutely.
She is on stage in just over 2 hours, around about 8:30. We're expecting a big show of huge tunes, outrageous costumes and even some acrobatics, which, Blake, sounds like some of your Saturday nights as well.
And that's just for a night on the couch. Thank you, Dowes. Appreciate that.
He's hanging around too, Dowes. Don't worry about that.
Bailey Smith was a shock laid out for the Cats. Theodoropoulos, he's back in the headlines.
He's never too far away, is he, Blake? This time he was out with a hamstring. We'll have more on his fitness coming up in sport. Also ahead, a club record for Richmond, the long time between drinks on a dirty day at the MCG. And is it the end of an era at the French Open? The shock development out of Roland Garros, plus the Storm and Socceroos. That and a bit more Katy Perry, maybe that's coming up too, Blake.
Can't wait. Drop, thank you very much. As far as crimes go, this is about as brazen as it gets. Hooded thieves strolling into a Melbourne bottle shop and stripping shelves. Workers have reached out to 7 News for help. Also ahead tonight, the hunt for a hit-run driver accused of leaving a tourist for dead. Snow season officially arrives. We have the latest from Victoria's high country. Later, the world's hottest new hotel brand checks into Australia.
And from karaoke to mini golf, we'll have your full weather forecast live from the city for the opening weekend of the Rising Festival.
Save big this end of financial year at Bob Jane T-Marts. Get a massive 30% off Yokohama GO16s or GO18s. Get up to $200 instant cashback on selected tyres. Plus, receive a free gift card up to $250 when you buy 4 selected BF Goodrich tyres. And we won't be beaten with our best tyre price guarantee. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
And there
there is only one.
I'm alive. Just kidding. I'm dead inside, emotionally. But that's neither here nor there. There's still only one cure for hungry, thirsty, and that's Oak. With its full strength and full taste, it's full on. Oh, Oak. Kill hungry, thirsty, dead.
Booking.com has all kinds of stays. A laid-back beach house is right for some, but not right for others. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com,
Get a deep clean even in back molars with the new Oral-B IO2 electric toothbrush Forest Green, $79.99 exclusive to Chemist Warehouse. The round brush head cups each tooth to remove up to 100% more plaque. Live, look, feel well at Chemist Warehouse.
The Domain half-yearly sale. Save up to 40% off indoor and outdoor furniture. Shop in-store and take a further 10% off a selected range. Plus up to 50% off cushions, lighting, wall art and more. Domain's half-yearly sale on now.
Long weekend? Let's get you sorted at Repco. Save big with 25% off engine oils, Maxi-Track, Repco Automotive Specialty Tools, NGK and NTK plus more. Deals end Monday. Repco. Get you going.
TPG's high-speed NBN is only $64.99 a month, which means...
You're a winner.
Milo? Milo! Guaranteed lowest price NBN. TPG.
Police are hunting a driver who struck a pedestrian in Melbourne's CBD and fled the scene. The blue Subaru hit a tourist at the intersection of King and Batman Streets around 10 p.m. on May 30.
He's over from China visiting some family that he's got living here. He's planning on spending a couple of weeks in Australia and visiting family and having a good time. And as a result of this, now he's stuck in hospital.
The victim remains in hospital with 2 broken legs. A Beaconsfield hotel owner says a gang has shattered his family business in one of the most shameless robberies he's seen. Some didn't even bother hiding their faces as they casually took off with the most expensive bottles in the store.
Intimidation by numbers. No weapons, no threats. Just the quiet confidence of kids who knew no one would stop them.
It was frustrating, very, very frustrating for me.
The staff member at Central Hotel Beaconsfield's drive-through begged them to stop.
The conversation back was something along the lines of, there's nothing you can do, that sort of thing. And then, they're out the door.
They casually help themselves, some not even covering their faces, targeting the most expensive bottles.
They come through and they can grab almost $1,500 worth of grog, can really, really hurt our bottom line and make it almost not worth being in the trade, to be honest with you.
The total value gone, $1,384, including shot glasses and the last bottle of a prize drop.
The thing that annoys me, I guess, the most is that they reach up and grab a $200 bottle of whiskey instead of just getting, a $30 bottle.
Locals called in around 15 minutes later saying they'd seen the group hanging around at the Beaconsfield train station a couple of kilometres away. But police hadn't yet arrived, and by the time they did, they were long gone. It happened last night around 9 o'clock. Police say they're wanted for questioning over a second robbery at a similar time. Pat Deegan hopes they're watching.
Bring it back. I would love it back. We want the money back and an apology.
Christy Cooper, 7 News.
Trouble-plagued Monash IVF is in new hot water. The multi-million-dollar fertility company has admitted to underpaying more than 300 current and former staff over the past 7 years. An error in overtime and meal allowances is blamed for the oversight, and affected health professionals have been contacted. Victoria's ski season is officially open with fresh snow falling in the high country. Experienced skiers and first-timers hit the slopes today with more winter falls on the way.
One of the best starts to the Victorian snow season in years, thanks to one very generous weather system yesterday and another rolling in.
We are so excited after last year and the year before, and it's been so dry. To have snow on opening weekend is magical.
7 centimetres fell ahead of the opening of the chairlift at Mount Buller around 8 a.m, and there's no slowing down.
Didn't think there'd be this much snow.
A welcome surprise for those hitting the slopes.
The snow season started so much better than it has last year.
And first-timers.
First time up here at the snow. It's It's pretty chilly, but it's good.
We ate lots of snow, but we didn't eat yellow snow.
Today's fall giving our littlest skiers an appetite for more.
I'm sad that we can't do any of the other runs because I wanted to do some.
There's every chance more runs will open sooner rather than later, with another cold front on the way, expected to bring up to 60 centimetres of fresh snow over coming days.
Yeah, hopefully a very long season. Hopefully we keep the snow all year.
Tyra Stowers, 7 News.
And Tara joins us now for a look at the weather. Tara, you're undercover and inside a famous Melbourne landmark, usually off limits to the public.
Yes, Blake, I've swapped my umbrella for a golf club as the ballroom right above Flinders Street Station is fully transformed for the Rising Festival, which kicked off this week. Now, not only is it a fully playable mini golf course in the heart of the city, it's also a work of art. It's called Swingers, and every one of the 9 holes has been designed by a different artist from right around the world. Now, there's Dolly Parton cutouts, inflatable tails, square golf balls, so lots of fun for the whole family to enjoy. And this is just one of more than 100 events right across the city for the Winter Festival, featuring live music, art and theatre. Now, the mini golf course is here right up until the end of August, so plenty of time to get some practice in. Now, we do have some showers on the way, so this is a great indoor activity, but I have more on what our weather is doing a little later after sport. Blake?
Look forward to seeing your birdie on the golf course there, Tara. Tara, thank you. Detectives have just revealed disturbing new details about the tragic death of missing teen Phoebe Bishop. Her mum's message to Australia is next. Also ahead on 7 News, South America rocked by a monster earthquake. The Gippsland musicians embarking on a powerful crusade to honour an Aussie hero, and how a confused delivery driver ended up lost on the tarmac.
Make the change to Yui. You insured.
APT Luxury Travel. Everything to a T. Experience Canada and Alaska with a 22-day Rockies Odyssey and Alaska cruise. Save up to $2,600 per couple. Visit our website or contact your APT travel expert.
What if you could create a kinder world? What if you could make the dreams of those who need kindness most come true? You can. What would animals dream of? A world where they would be someone, not something. Our fellow beings, not lesser beings. You can make their dreams come true. Join the evolution at animalsaustralia.org. Authorised by L. White Animals Australia, Melbourne.
Get into the Good Guys for a massive kitchen sale. Get $50 off this Bosch multifunction oven, $100 off this Haier dishwasher, $500 off this LG pyrolytic oven, plus this Smeg cooker $2,990. Massive kitchen sale and more at the Good Guys.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. Save $600 on LG 65-inch OLED TV. Save $400 on Dyson V11 Advanced Stick Vac. Save $100 on best-selling LG fridge, now $888. Best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman now.
It's Fantastic Furniture's biggest end of financial year sale. With over 5,000 products, you're guaranteed to find a great deal. Don't miss these incredible savings happening now. Shop in store or online. Find your Fantastic.
A grim discovery deep in a mountain range is almost certain to be the remains of missing Queensland teenager Phoebe Bishop. Police believe she was murdered by her housemates. A cruel end, Phoebe's mother says, is ripping her apart.
Among 6,700 hectares of remote and rugged bushland, a dreadful discovery against the odds. In the Goodnight Scrub National Park, police find human remains believed to be those of Phoebe Bishop.
We always wanted to bring Phoebe home, and we believe that this is the first step in that process.
Phoebe vanished on her way to catch a flight from Bundaberg Airport on May 15. Her housemates Tanika Bromley and James Wood are accused of murdering her and moving her body twice. It was phone data that led police here and a cadaver dog which made the find. The body wasn't buried, instead dumped among thick scrub near a trail deep in the mountain range. Police won't say what injuries Phoebe suffered and don't yet know how she was killed.
It's a difficult, complex scene.
The breakthrough was made 9 kilometres from the area originally searched. Investigators hope it'll bring closure for Phoebe's family and a shattered community. Police have conceded it was never a certainty they'd find Phoebe in this exact spot. But with clever detective work and luck on their side, their grim mission looks to have paid off. From Phoebe's mum, I didn't think my heart could break any more than it did when you went missing or when the charges were laid. But this is ripping me apart.
Glad that she has been found so she can be laid at rest at peace.
Michael Hammond, 7 News.
A 6.4 magnitude earthquake has struck northern Chile, knocking out power and causing widespread damage. Buildings shook and windows shattered, and it was a lucky escape for these shoppers. The tremors were also caught on live TV, cutting short a presidential candidate's interview with the studio evacuated. So far, there have been no recorded casualties. Gippsland musicians are about to embark on a crusade to honour a local World War I hero. They're flying to France to perform at his gravesite using the same bugle he played 108 years ago.
It'll be the ultimate tribute to fallen World War I bugler George Eyre, playing the last post at his gravesite on his long-lost bugle.
His memory still lives on today through his instrument.
And it feels very right to be able to do this.
Gippsland blacksmith George forged his name and the Aussie military symbol on his beloved bugle. He was killed in France in 1917, buried in this nearby cemetery. His bugle lost for 66 years, mysteriously found in an English village by an Australian tourist.
We don't know how it got from the Western Front in France, where he died, to an antique shop in Norfolk.
The tourist gave it to George's local RSL, where it's played every Anzac Day. And now, this Gippsland band will tour French battlefields and perform at George's gravesite. With Lockie Wilson playing George's bugle, a haunting reunion 108 years on.
It's just, it's melting my heart.
You are not forgotten, George. Your story lives on now.
Nick McCallum, 7 News.
A DoorDash driver has found himself at the centre of a security emergency after accidentally driving onto the tarmac at Chicago's airport. The food delivery worker pulled up next to a United Airlines plane where he was quickly surrounded by airport staff. Police say it was an honest mistake. No charges were laid, but no food was delivered either. Australia's worst mass murderer is boasting of new love interests behind bars. That is next on 7 News. Also ahead tonight, Victorian rescue teams join forces to help save lives. Forget ice hockey's Stanley Cup. Check out these adorable pooches playing the Stanley Pup. And straight after sport, the world's hottest new hotel brand checks into Australia, and it's coming for Melbourne.
Most out of your energy? Switch to Alinta Energy online in minutes and get a helping hand for your household with a great value energy plan. Nice. Pass the butter, please. Alinta Energy. That's true power.
When it comes to security, you can never have too much. Westpac. Layers and layers of scam and fraud defence.
Extreme hair damage versus 3-minute miracle. Who's going to win? This is Pantene Miracles, and this is how it repairs 3 months of damage in 3 minutes. My hair wins thanks to the Pro-V formula with collagen. New Pantene Miracles, now also available in Hyaluron.
What are you risking online? Don't leave yourself exposed. Use a unique and strong passphrase on every account. Learn simple steps to protect yourself at actnowstaysecure.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Go Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. Get a great night's sleep on Australian-made Sealy Posturepedic Acclaim Ashbury Firm Queen mattress, just $14.99, or the Harrington mattress, $19.99. Plus receive bonus standard local delivery on selected purchases. Best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman now.
Need a boost to keep moving? Try Dr. Scholl's 24-hour energy insoles from Chemist Warehouse. With scientifically engineered boosting beads technology, this multi-purpose memory foam insole helps your feet bounce back with every step. The energy boosting support keeps you going while relieving pressure for maximum comfort. Go from tired, achy feet to re-energised feet with Dr. Scholl's 24-hour energy insoles. Just $20.99 at Chemist Warehouse. Live, look, feel well at Chemist Warehouse.
I part with Ladbrokes because I get bigger odds with Odds Surge, even bigger than Damien Oliver's silk collection.
Morning.
Morning.
I could eat a horse.
Big odds with Ladbrokes. Go, you good thing.
You win some, you lose more.
The Nick Scali half-yearly clearance is on now, with everything reduced across the entire Nick Scali range. Everything is reduced during the half-yearly clearance. On now at Nick Scali.
Would you look at that, Chief? Thank goodness she's got Budget Direct's award-winning car insurance.
Insurance solved with Budget Direct.
Australia's worst killer, Martin Bryant, is now reportedly so obese he needs 3 mattresses for a bed. A former cell neighbour of the Port Arthur massacre gunman says Bryant also claims to be in a long-distance pen-pal relationship with a woman from Victoria.
He's not like a day-to-day psycho. He's not planning on killing everyone in the unit every day.
58-year-old Bryant is serving 35 life sentences without parole for the 1996 massacre. This week's Property Pulse is a one-of-a-kind Yarra Valley estate with remarkable vineyard views. Here's Sarah Jones.
You could just imagine what an estate belonging to one of our most respected wine writers and critics looks like, but this property exceeds all expectations. A testament to James Halliday's visionary design in the heart of Gruyere in the Yarra Ranges is 31A Maddens Lane, spanning more than 7 acres with sweeping views of the vineyard and mountains. It's peaceful and private.
It's guaranteed to cause a reaction. Its privacy is absolute. Vineyards on the one side and state forests to the other.
It sees over the entirety of the valley. The views are incredible.
Just as incredible is the 11,000 bottle wine cellar. The home is shaped by a sea captain's vision.
James Halliday's lived here for the last 40 years. He previously purchased off a ship's captain. The front is all glass, all shaped like a bow of a ship. The underground of the cellar in his study gives a real feel of the ship's hull.
Gruyere's median house price is $1.6 million. Only 8 properties have sold in the past 12 months. The price guide for this unique estate is $2.7 million. All 4 bedrooms open to the outdoors, and there's plenty of room to pour a glass.
A lot of the wine is now being auctioned off, and some of it has gone to James's personal collection for him to drink out for the rest of his life and enjoy the fruits of his labour.
It's everlasting beauty burned into my soul. I'm not going to ever forget it.
This property could suit anyone's palate, from an international purchaser, a Yarra Valley local, or someone looking for their next holiday house. You'll need a private appointment to check it out.
Thanks, Sarah. Victoria's emergency services contingent is making sure you can rely on them for world-class care during a major crisis. A train versus truck collision was simulated with over 200 people involved in the event. From a hazmat incident to an amputation, the training exercise allowed multiple agencies to refine their first response skills. You might have heard of ice hockey's Stanley Cup, but its lesser-known cousin is quickly gaining fans. This contest is called the Stanley Pup. The rules are similar, but the players don't seem to take too much notice.
Pasternak takes control. He's got it on a breakaway. No one's even close. Score! Oh, David Pasternak on the breakaway.
All competitors are rescue dogs. The event is put on by the NHL to raise awareness for pet adoption, and the final score does not matter. Sport with Theodoropoulos. Theo, there's a huge blow for the Blues.
Well, a knee injury to one of their most important forwards, Blake, sidelined. We'll have details coming up next. Also ahead, the Cats sweat on superstar Bailey Smith as the Suns come to town. A slice of very unwanted history on a record-breaking day for the Tigers at the MCG. Game, set, match. Is it the end of an era at Roland Garros? And the Socceroos preparing to fight dirty against Saudi Arabia.
Every single question right.
Can this record-breaking contestant be the secret weapon to winning the big money?
You're looking a little bit nervous up there, I've got to say.
It will come down to the wire.
Australia's 5 o'clock obsession is the chase on 7.
The Nick Scully half-yearly clearance is on now, with everything reduced across the entire Nick Scully range. Everything is reduced during the half-yearly clearance. On now at Nick Scully.
Health insurance costs causing blood pressure to soar, yet some still not comparing.
Sir, why not take pressure down by switching and saving? Comparison is best medicine.
It pays to compare.
Simples.
Hey, Sue! Bev, you're sitting on a monster. It's my superannuation from Australian Retirement Trust. Big, isn't it? I've got to get me one of those.
Awaken your super with Australian Retirement Trust.
Hey, Pete. I heard you missed Hyundai pre-EFS.
Yeah.
Well, EFS is on now with the same offers. Check out the dynamic Tucson from $39,990 drive away, or jump into the flagship Tucson Premium from $59,535 drive away. Test drive the Tucson with Hyundai EFS at your participating Hyundai dealer today.
You told us you want change. So at Woolworths, we're making changes to help you fill your basket for less. You'll now find lower shelf prices on hundreds of products. And because lower shelf prices stay lower for longer, it's a change you'll see at the checkout. Lower shelf prices. It's a fresh commitment to you from the fresh food people.
As part of Victoria's big build, we're building the Metro Tunnel and its 5 new underground stations, with 3 stations now complete. Work is continuing on 2 stations, and we're testing trains through the tunnel to make sure they operate smoothly and safely. While we work, there will be train disruptions on sections of the Sunbury, Cranbourne and Pakenham lines at times until June. Avoid delays and check before you travel at bigbuild.vic.gov.au. Authorised by the Victorian Government, Melbourne.
The Domain half-yearly sale. Save up to 55% off big brand mattresses. Shop in store and take a further 10% off selected mattresses. Plus up to 60% off quilts, pillows, bed linen and more. The Domain half-yearly sale on now.
With Light and Easy, you're cooking less, eating better and getting great results.
I've lost 43 kilos myself. Troy has lost 53 kilos. You don't even feel like you're on a diet because there's so much variety and so much flavour.
Enjoy a healthier, better life with Light and Easy.
Seven Plus is your home of State Footy Saturday.
Primetime VFL action, then the Saturday Rewind. Tonight on 7 Mate and 7 Plus.
This Sport Report is brought to you by Sportsbet, proud supporters of having a crack. Imagine what you could be buying instead.
Welcome back. The Cats are sweating on the severity of Bailey Smith's hamstring after he withdrew from the clash with the Suns. Tyson Stengel has come to Geelong's rescue in an arm wrestle. The small forwards bagged 3.
There were warning signs when he first appeared in Geelong's warm-up, and an hour before the game, Bailey Smith was ruled out with hamstring soreness. Rugged up on a cold and wet Geelong day as his teammates got to work.
45 out, sneaks just
just inside the post.
It wasn't until early in the second quarter that the Suns got on the board with a low-scoring affair causing frustration in the Gold Coast coach's box. But it was the Cats who had a bigger issue on their hands.
Looks like he's limping on his left ankle.
Shannon Neal subbed out of the game with an ankle injury, but without the big men in Geelong's front half, the Smalls picked up the slack.
Stengel hits it sweetly, hits it perfectly.
With Geelong and Gold Coast legend Gary Ablett Jr. in the stands, the Suns continued their resistance, Jed Walter providing a spark to open the third term.
Walter! First goal for the half for the Suns.
But in a messy and contested matchup, it was Tyson Stengel who gave the hosts the upper hand. Pinpoint accuracy resulting in 2 third-term goals and a handy three-quarter time buffer.
Tyson's got 3, and the Cats are out to a game-high 16-point margin.
Gold Coast's winless streak at GMHBA Stadium set to continue. Xander Maguire, 7 News.
Richmond set an unwanted club first in its 44-point loss to Sydney. 10 goals in a row from the Swans broke the game apart as the Tigers failed to fire at the MCG.
A tough watch for Tigers fans, a club record they'd rather not advertise. Richmond going without a goal for 99 minutes.
Really disappointing middle part of the game and just wasn't up to AFL standard, and it was like the second quarter, I don't think we've played any worse for the year. Our ball movement, our contest and our defence were all out of whack.
3 goals in the first quarter, their next not until the last 3 minutes of the game.
Just felt like we got a bit scattered. Our last month's been really competitive and really, and we played the right way, and I know our supporters would have been proud of that, but today we let them down.
The Swans knew they needed a big effort but started slow as Dion Prestia had a genuine contender for goal of the year.
Prestia danced around 2! How's the drop steps on Dion?
Richmond star defender Noah Bolter made his presence known, forced from the ground due to blood rule, as the MCG turned into a bloodbath for his Tigers. The side kept goalless in the second quarter. Sydney with a 14-point lead at the main break. That blew out to 40 in the third.
Side Warner, the usual suspects.
The Tigers scored just a single point. Sideline Swan star Tom Papley had seen enough. So too Adam Uze, sitting through his side's lowest score of the year.
Just really disappointing to go into the bye on that note. Yeah, it's a bit of a pill to swallow, but yeah, we've got 2 weeks to get ready for the Dogs.
Kate Massey, 7 News.
Carlton will be without sharpshooter Harry Mackay for tomorrow night's crucial Bombers clash. The star forward is out with knee soreness after failing to train on Thursday. Mason Redman is also out. He's picked up a calf strain. While last night at the Adelaide Oval, the Crows booted 5 goals to none in the final term to pinch one against the Lions.
In terms of the last quarter, 10 shots to 5. We have 5 more shots, we lose the game. So that was a game we should have won.
James Peatling's been given a one-match ban for this dangerous tackle on Lachie Neale. Craig Bellamy's heaped praise on Dally M winner Jarome Hughes after last night's win over the Cowboys. Hughes crossed for 2 tries in a dynamite first half, setting up the 38-14 win. It was the first time since early April Melbourne notched back-to-back wins. The premiership favourites are second behind the Bulldogs. Novak Djokovic admits he may have played his last French Open. The 24-time Grand Slam champion was swept aside in straight sets by world number 1 Jannik Sinner in their semi-final. As he left the court, Djokovic bent down to touch the clay, appearing to farewell Roland Garros.
This could have been the last match ever I played here, so I don't know. That's why it was even a bit more emotional in the end.
Sinner will face Carlos Alcaraz in the final. And the Socceroos are bracing for dirty tactics in Saudi Arabia on Wednesday morning.
I'm expecting delays at the airport. I'm expecting a really bad pitch to train on. I'm expecting loads of, bus delays before the game. I think we're going to have to play a little bit of their game as well. Whether waste time and delay the game as much as we can, because it's going to be like that.
Other than that, everything will be fine. Australia only needs to avoid losing by 5 goals to book their spot at next year's World Cup tournament in North America. Good luck, boys. Blake, tonight, the Pies and Demons VFL, 7 p.m. on 7, mate. After that, rewind. All the action from the AFL with Kate Massey is coming up later tonight. We'll see you then.
All right, Drop, thank you very much. The world's hottest new hotel brand has finally checked into Australia. The Mondrian is a go-to for Hollywood's A-list, and it just opened on the Gold Coast. It already has Melbourne in its sights.
From LA's Sunset Strip to Queensland's Glitter Strip, one of Hollywood's hottest hotels checking in down under.
It's very uniquely Australian. I think each Mondrian is very much the cultural connoisseur of its destination.
Mondrian Gold Coast opening its doors at Burleigh Heads, the first Mondrian in the Pacific. Steps from the sand, it boasts more than 200 rooms, a pool club, even a bio-wellness spa.
We actually just opened another great Mondrian in Ibiza. The Mondrian brand is one of our most well-known, incredible brands that came out of the US.
Famous for hosting celebrities and TV shows in Los Angeles, it's owned by Ennismore, also responsible for some of the world's most well-known resorts and restaurants. And its eyes are now set on bringing world-class hospitality here.
Australia is one of our most important markets.
Melbourne is also benefiting from Ennismore's rapid expansion across Australia. The group unveiling its first project, Hyde Melbourne Place on Russell Street last month, and Australia's first Hoxton Hotel to open in Cremorne in 2027.
Hoxton is all about being in the right neighbourhoods.
Amber Laidler, 7 News.
Tyra is back with a look at the forecast, and Tyra, this wet weather is not letting up.
It's not, Blake, but we really need the rain. Expect a cold and wet long weekend ahead with 45 millimetres forecast for tomorrow. Have all those details and the forecast next.
Tonight's the night we light it up.
I could not imagine a life without her.
Tonight's the night we fall in love.
I've been falling for you.
Tonight's the night we light it up, light it up.
Hearts are laid bare.
The biggest thing I'm worried about, super scared of rejection.
Will they be broken?
I'm definitely scared I'm gonna bugger all this up. Oh, I'm speechless now.
There's a few concerns that I have about her.
Wow, okay. That's actually really hard to hear. I just feel very emotional. I just really want to be loved.
A heartbreaking goodbye.
Claret, you've sacrificed so much coming to Australia. But I've got to be honest.
A truly unmissable Farmer Wants a Wife on 7. It all happens Monday, 7:30.
One more time, step by step.
Place the container under it and unscrew the plug.
Oh, okay. How do I get motor oil off my face?
To get the motor oil off your face, you can simply use dish soap or another cleaner.
The Nick Scali half-yearly clearance is on now, with everything reduced across the entire Nick Scali range. Everything is reduced during the half-yearly clearance. On now at Nick Scali.
What's for dinner? A family feast? Or Friday with friends? It's easy with Coles RSPCA-approved chicken drumsticks, large pack for just $3.75 a kilo. With thousands of recipes online, what's for dinner? Coles.
At E&S, it's our biggest ever end of financial year sale with big savings on brands like Miele. I believe Miele makes some of the most durable and reliable kitchen and laundry appliances in the world. And right now, Miele are offering an unbelievable 10% off almost their entire range. And they're increasing their warranty to an incredible 5 years. Our consultants are Miele experts and we won't be beaten on price. So visit one of our 10 showrooms today or shop online and get value the E&S way.
The Plush end of financial year sale is on now, with up to 50% off a huge range of leather and fabric sofas, recliners and modulars. Save up to 50% off at the Plush end of financial year sale. On now.
Think so fast, think Plush.
What does it take to be a master? Determination, craftsmanship, creativity, obsession. Why? For the love of chocolate. Excellence by the Lindt Master Chocolatier.
Hello, Melbourne. This week on Sunrise, we could be knocking on your door.
Every single day, we're giving away a $5,000 Coles voucher to one lucky viewer live.
But you have to be watching to win.
Also, Julie Goodwin is warming up the Sunrise kitchen for winter.
Her easy and delicious new recipe that will have the whole family begging for more.
And the stars of How to Train Your Dragon are flying into Brekkie Central.
Hey, Sunrise Australia. Hello.
Start with Sunrise.
Here, on this jagged coast, it's home to living dinosaurs.
For the final time, Tom Hanks brings you the Americas. Next.
Hello again and welcome back to Flinders Street. Now, it's been very gusty with those northerly winds reaching up to 110 kilometres an hour in some parts, particularly in the west. And this is thanks to the same cold front which brought our alpine areas some snow overnight. Now, the city was down to 10.2 degrees this morning and reached 15, and we're back on 10 at the moment. Okay, let's take a look around the suburbs now. It's been breezy with grey skies from the start and hit and miss showers. Winds reached up to 60 k's. Most suburbs stayed around the mid-teens though, 15 for Moorabbin and Werribee today. A decent snowfall and some strong wind gusts overnight. Mount Hotham had winds reach up to 110 k's and 98 kilometres an hour in the Grampians around 2 o'clock this morning. Mount Buller only warmed to -1. A stronger cold front has crossed Victoria late today, producing more snow in the Alps as an associated low pressure system moves over the Bass Strait. Around the country tomorrow, Brisbane 23 and sunshine, Sydney 16, Canberra 9 with showers and Adelaide 13. Back home now, snow flurries are on the cards in the Grampians, Macedon and Central Ranges overnight. So you'll be waking up to a pretty frosty morning with temperatures set to be up to 6 degrees below average. 3 is the low in Bendigo and Traralgon. Closer in, a wet start to the day with more showers on the way. They're expected to ease slightly if you're heading to the G, but expect to see a wet game. Sunbury reaches 9 degrees tomorrow, 10 in Melton. 12 is the top in the city after a low of 7, and up to 45 millimetres of rain is forecast. A very wet but consistent week ahead. The public holiday on Monday, 14 with 15 millimetres. 8 is the low on Tuesday. Wednesday, 14 and a low of 6. Thursday, 5 degrees. Friday, the same again. And Saturday is down to 5, but it should warm to 15 with showers. But make sure to rug up tomorrow as it is forecast to be our coldest day of the year so far. But it is time for Pet of the Week. Meet Dexter, the lovable Kelpie cross who'd be perfect for someone who loves working dogs and a bit of space to run around. His favourite activities are puzzle feeders and snuffle mats, and he'll do just about anything to get some extra treats. The 3-year-old is living the good life by the coast at the RSPCA's Peninsula Shelter, where he loves to walk. Well, he'd be a great little motivator for anyone wanting to get into running this winter, Blake.
And that is 7 News. Thanks for making us a part of your Saturday. From your Melbourne News team, good night. Thanks, Kim.
This